meet, and welcome to the general reading for all signs for today, the 12th of May, 2024. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube are the lovely Shirley and the lovely I Am Her Eminence, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, moderators. And thanks to everybody for joining us today. I'm reading today with the Golden Tarot by Liz Dean. And this is my homemade hungry water. And I'm going to use 3 sprays in this room to purify. I put a link to how you can make your own hungry water, and also a link to how you can purchase this deck should you desire to. Those are in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. If you're watching on a restream on YouTube, you don't have to watch all the shuffling unless you feel like it. You can use the timestamps in the video description to get right to the reading. If you are on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. And if you're on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. And you can watch on Twitch without ads when you subscribe to us there. This does go out to a lot of people, this reading. So if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you, it may just not be meant for you. In that case, you might want to just disregard the reading and check out instead the zodiacal readings for your sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. And you can find the most recent restreams of all of those readings right on our website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. Our shop is at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. Right now, that's a bunch of affiliate links, which means that we make a small commission off of each and every sale, but we are going to have a soft launch to our brand new shop on May the 21st, so stay tuned for that. We'll have a full-on opening of the rest of the shop sometime early in June. If you'd like to donate to this channel, you can do that by going to paypal.me/ArielGatoga, paypal.me/ArielGatoga. If you are on YouTube, you could also use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you feel like giving a donation and just staying on the platform. We do appreciate your support, and we do appreciate you being here for this reading today. So let's shuffle one more time for good measure. We'll give this deck a nice clean cut, and we will see what's in the cards for everybody today, the 12th of May, 2024. The Temperance card, followed by the Page of Cups, wow, and then the 8 of Wands. This is a very beautiful day. Okay, so this is the Angelic Elixir that I call, that's what I call this anyway, the Temperance card. This is they used to, some of the old Marseille or pre-Marseille decks used to call this card the Angel card. But the Temperance card, you can see how she's got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on dry land, and she, or he, they, whatever it is, mixing up a potion. This angel is. That potion is your elixir. It's specific to you. And the reason why she's got, or they've got 1 foot in the water and 1 on dry land is it's a representation that this healing that is available to you is all-encompassing, both the things in the physical world and the things deep in your mind. And the things deep in your mind are creating the things in your physical world. So she starts with the angel starts with the healing of your deep mind, but continues that healing all the way through until every aspect of your life has been healed. And so this is a good deal. And the only thing about this is they can make this potion, they can prepare this potion, which is so specific to you. This is like angelic medicine, but they cannot force you to drink it. So it's a good idea to just acknowledge the fact that there is this medicine available and you are asking to receive it, and then you will. Now, I have a meditation that's based on this card, which will get you into that space even more clearly. If you want to listen to it, you can find that by following the link in the video description to all of my tarot meditations. The name of that meditation is called Healing with the Angelic Elixir. All right, then we've got this Page of Cups, and that is the good news card. And the good news comes from sitting in silence and relaxing and receiving this healing. This healing is the good news. Whatever it seems like isn't working in your life, or is scary or bad, or things that you might even be, some of you might even be just real fatalistic about, there's good news. And you can hear that good news by sitting in silence. Sometimes when we're sitting in silence to hear the good news, we don't think we're getting anything because our conscious minds don't always receive what's happening. But there is a download going on into your deep mind. And that's exactly what we want here. These bodies of water are both representations of that deep mind. And that's where all the action happens. We think everything happens on our surface mind because that's what we are aware of. But the surface mind really has very little to do with the way things are in our life. Surface mind is there to help to control what goes in our deep mind, but a lot of times we don't recognize that we're supposed to do that. So we just let our surface mind think whatever it wants to think. Well, when you're working with this power, this angelic elixir, and this sitting and listening for the good news, what you're doing is you're focusing your surface mind on receiving. And so even if your surface mind isn't very aware of what it's receiving, it will still allow for that healing to occur. Now, this Eight of Wands is talking about how things are coming to completion for you today. Things are going to end in a good way. Things are going to come to a point, to a fine point. You're going to see focus. You're going to have some clarity about some things that have been sort of up in the air. And you're going to see some endings happening very rapidly, some of you, and they're all wonderful. The only time that they're not wonderful is if you have this idea that endings aren't safe. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we have this idea that completion is unsafe. And if we have that idea that completion or endings are unsafe, we are the types of people then that tend to go around having loose ends, never wanting to tie up loose ends, never wanting to finish projects, never wanting to be in a sense of completion because we got the wrong information at a very young age that completion is not safe for whatever reason. There's a lot of reasons why you could have decided that. So when things are coming to an end today, when things are coming to completion, when things are getting finished today, notice your response to that and recognize how good it is. How good it is. Don't allow yourself to think, oh no, we can't have completion. Allow things to complete today. It's a beautiful thing. Wonderful reading so far. Even more wonderful things here. This Three of Cups, this beautiful King of Cups. Isn't that lovely? And the Magician. Now, this Magician card is different than the Magician card in the antique decks. This is more along the lines of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is an actual magician, a spiritual magician, creating and manifesting. That's very different from the Juggler card. And so since it is this image, I tend to give it the meanings of the Rider-Waite-Smith magician rather than the Juggler card, although they can have some places where they blend. So for us today, this is saying that it's important for you to realize that you are the magician in this regard. You are the adept. You are in charge. You're in charge of what gets into your deep mind and what doesn't get into your deep mind. And that's why you have to have focus and control over your thinking, over your conscious thinking. You really do need to start being more aware. And when you notice that you're saying things, especially under your breath or just out of habit, or thinking things that are at odds with what you want, you can take it out of the law of cause and effect. Now, I don't want anybody to get superstitious about their thoughts and thinking that one little thought's going to make or break your life. Of course not. It's trend of thought that we have to worry about. It's over time. It's quantity of thought, right? So if you catch yourself thinking about things that you don't want, you can undo that. You can make a real clear decision. I'm taking that out of the law of cause and effect. I just say I'm taking that out of the law. I take that out of the law, or just take it out of the law. Or as Marion Weinstein used to say, take it out. Take it out of the law. And what that does is over time is it starts to fine tune your manifestation abilities so that things aren't just like kind of willy-nilly anymore. You're getting a much more clear and focused about what thoughts you're allowing to move into your deep mind and get planted there as seeds to grow crops versus weeds in your life. And that's what this King of Cups is all about, is mastering that inner world, mastering that deep mind. The only way to master the deep mind is to master the surface mind. So being very aware, not superstitious, not stressed out about it, but just noticing what your trend of thought is and just consciously changing those thoughts as you notice them. Just like, well, I don't want that. So I'm going to use maybe an affirmation or something instead to change that around. If you notice that you say, I can't afford anything, everything is too expensive and I'm just going broke. Well, you can say, I know that I recognize that that's how it feels now, but I'm taking that out of the law. My finances keep getting better and better, and things get more and more affordable for me each and every day, right? And so then your circumstances can start to be, you can start to steer your ship toward those islands where things are more affordable rather than going into those islands where everything is too expensive. And this is something to rejoice over. Recognizing this power that you have, recognizing how powerful you are and how easily you can heal those deep thoughts by asking for that angelic elixir, asking for that help. So you've got these two different ideas here. On one hand, the Magician card, again, this is not the Magician. So the meditation in the meditation that I have for the Magician card on my website is not going to be exactly what this is. This is that one's called letting go of other people's opinions, which is good for you to do, and you can listen to it, and it's going to be a positive experience, but it's not quite what I'm seeing in this reading, that you're worried so much about others' opinions, although many of you may be. This is more about you getting control over your conscious mind and allowing the angelic elixir to heal the deep mind. So you're getting it taken care of on both fronts. You're taking care of what you're depositing into your deep mind by being more and more aware of it and ending and stopping some of those negative thoughts from being planted. And this is all of those negative thoughts that got in there, no big deal. She's healing it for you. She's healing it for you. So this is a beautiful reading. This, like I said, I barely touched on this. This is telling you that there has been and there will continue to be a lot for you to celebrate. But if you don't celebrate, it's like leaving money on the table in a blackjack game. You just leave it on the table and you don't even collect. When you start to celebrate even what seems to be small things, small wins, small wonderful things in your life, if you miss out on celebrating those things, you miss out on the power of praise to expand those things. The praise itself, when you're praising something, we always think of praise as like praise the Lord, like something praising something outside of us. But if you use the power of praise for the concrete things in your life that are actually good, that has the magical power to expand those things and make them even better. It turns this 3 into a 4. Right? So this 3 is the beginnings of manifestation. It can be a slow, steady increase. But if you start praising it, it speeds up that power of increase. And it turns it from Saturn into Jupiter. And then Saturn and Jupiter can work together. Because 3 is Saturn and 4 is Jupiter. So it's the next step on that flow in the tree of life. So you want to allow yourself to not just stay stuck with, isn't everything nice? You want to praise the nice things so that you can start to bring in that Jupiter energy and start to expand and expand and expand. This is a beautiful reading. Today's a wonderful day. I hope you take full advantage of it. Recognize what a master you are already, and that these ideas that are coming up in this reading are just ideas for you to expand on your mastery and to get even better and better results in your life. And you have a lot of good to look forward to, and that's because you've been doing such good work yourself. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. We are off on Monday, so I will see everybody on Tuesday. Thank you so very much to the amazing moderators, Shirley, I Am Her Eminence, and Dre. And we'll see everybody on Tuesday for another general reading. Blessed be.